This is a light dusting, is it?
Yeah, so it is a light dusting.
Former Alaska Governor Bill Walker knows quite a bit about freezing weather.
Oh, I'm from Valdez where we'll get 4 feet at a time.
4 feet?
But like many others here this week, the governor wants to see a thaw in US-China relations after the deep freeze of the last few years.
I'm hopeful from the standpoint, I think that there are some issues that they need to resolve that are well outside the area of trade. And I think they're going to start with that.
The planned meetings here, led by US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and China's most senior diplomat and politburo member Yang Jiechi, are being called a one-off by the White House. Joined by new US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi, this high-level meeting will occur here in Anchorage, roughly halfway between Washington and Beijing. It's a sub-zero scene reflecting where the relationship has been, but Alaska is also an epicenter for issues the two powers need to work on, like climate change and commerce.
China is our largest trade partner. They have been for 13 years, and largely with seafood, oil. The amount of oil that's shipped from Alaska to China has doubled from 2019 to 2020. So we have a lot of Asia is our market.
This meeting on the ice will happen after US officials have met with Asian allies Japan and the Republic of Korea. Bill Walker was governor the last time leading Chinese officials visited the Arctic state. He hosted Xi Jinping and his delegation after they had just held their first summit with then President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Since then, the US-China relationship has chilled, and while the US criticizes China on human rights from Hong Kong to Xinjiang, US political divisions and violence have tarnished Washington's image abroad. This independent-minded former governor is pushing to change that.
It does have a negative impact, and I'm all about jobs. I'm all about creating infrastructure and developing our resources responsibly. And it's hard to do that if there's too much partisanship associated. The economy should not be a partisan issue. Healthcare, I've always said, should not be a partisan issue. So there are certain things that just should be. You search for the right answer.
Well, we don't expect all issues to be solved, of course, in just this one meeting. What we're looking for is some sort of cooperation on the big issues like commerce, climate and COVID, rather than the divisions we've seen over the past few years. Nathan King, CGTN, Anchorage, Alaska.